Hello, in this video I'm going to try to show you how to create internal hyperlinks. That is, links between two pages which you've created. So turning a load of web pages excuse me, into a website. So at the moment I've got a home page and my styles for it. Before I can link to something, I need to have something to link to, so I'm going to create a second page quickly. Now you might notice that I've actually got a second page here, only this is just a bit of template code that I've set up just to make life a bit easier for myself, so that every time I need to create a new document, a new web page, I can just make a copy of this. So what I'm actually going to do is just copy that, so I can right click and copy. I'll show you what it looks like in a moment. Right click and copy, or just Control C, of course. Copy and paste to your friend. Get used to using Control C and Control V. Okay, and now I can just paste that here. Again, Control V would be even quicker. I can just paste it. It tells me it's a copy. Now let's rename it. I can just click once on the name, or right click and rename. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it music. I'm going to do a page about music I like. Okay, now let's open that up in Notepad++. And there we go. That's my template. So it's got the basic structure there that we talked about in the very first screencast that I did on this. The HTML element, opening and closing tags, and inside it we've got one head element, and beneath it one body element. And inside the head we've got the title element. Okay, so if I use my template code all the time, then I know that at least that's going to be right. And that's okay to do that. It's just sensible. It's what any sensible web developer would do. They copy code that they know is right and works and will save them time. You can also, by the way, you could sort of open up your template or any page you've got and copy it, Control C, and then start a new document and paste it in and then save that. That's a little bit messier though. For a start, you have to remember to save it as HTML and everything. If I do it this way, then just copying that, it's already an HTML document. I just copy it and rename it. Easy. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just put some stuff in here, a bit of content, music I like, whatever, H1 tags. Could have probably included them in my template, you know, and I normally have a heading at the top. Here are some bands I like. That's a weird heading, but it'll do. Let's just list a few bands. Just looking at my CDs over there. Pearl Jam, Beastie Boys. That'll do. Okay. Just there's some content there. I should probably indent those to make it look a bit better. And I'm just going to check that that works. Launch it in Chrome. Okay, so I've at least got a basic page there. Now, what I want to do is put a link in from my page that I've been working on to that page. So it's called an internal link because they're part of the same website. It's within the same website. So I'm going to go down. I've got a bit here that says my favourite music. I love all sorts of... Alright, fine. Let's just put in another little paragraph that says, here are some of my favourite bands. That'll do. Now, we created a hyperlink before, an external link using the A tags. We're going to do the exact same thing here. That's all there is to it. The exact same thing, pretty much. So I just need to choose my anchor. I'm going to make this whole little phrase my anchor. So I'm going to put A tags round that bit that says some of my favourite bands. Okay, so it's within the paragraph. That's okay. I've got a paragraph there. And then within that, I've got an anchor for a hyperlink. And remember, what I do now is in the opening A tag, do a space and then href, hyperlink reference. And then in speech marks, I'm going to put where I want this anchor to take me to, where I want this link to go to. when I click on the anchor? Well, before I just put in a whole URL that I'd copied and pasted from my web browser. Here, as long as the other web page is in the same folder as this one, which it is, look, there it is, it's right next to it in the same folder, then all I need to do is put the name of that file. So I wanted to go to music, and I have to remember, just like when I did images, I have to remember the file extension. It's .html. It'll always be .html. Okay? And that's it. So let's just see if that works. Now launch this in Chrome. Here we go. Here's my hyperlink down the bottom, my anchor down the bottom, and when I click on it, it takes me to that page. That terrible looking page. Let's go back here, and maybe on my other page I want to put a sensible thing is just to make it really easy for the user to navigate your website. You put links back from other pages back to the home. Okay, so I'm just going to, this is going to be a bit rubbish, but click here to return to the home page. Okay, and let's just make the word here an anchor. Not very stylish, this. It's not a very sophisticated way of doing it, but it'll work. So, A tags, my anchor around the word here. That's going to be my anchor that I click on. And then in the opening A tag, href equals, and I'm going to put in speech marks, whatever the name of that is, which is home.html. Let's save that. And again, I'll just launch this in Chrome. I think it's already open actually, but yeah, it is. There we go. Now, of course, this one, well, we'll come to this in a second. Here's my hyperlink. Click on it, takes me to the home page. Click on this one, takes me back here. Okay. One last little thing that's nothing to do with links, I think. Oh, this is one of my quickest, shortest ones. Well done, me. Of course, if I want this to pick up all the same styles as my other page, all those dreadful, ugly styles that I've put in that CSS, okay, this is, here we're starting to see the benefit of having an external CSS file, because now I just make sure in my head section I put in the little link. Now, I can remember this, but just supposing you can't, oh, what do I do? How do I link again? Well, just go to your other page, find the bit that links, here it is, copy it, Control C, go in here, make sure you're doing it in the head section. Remember, we don't want it displaying on the actual page, so it goes in the head section, paste it in, Control V, Control S to save, and now when I look at this, let's just go to the page, some of my favourite bands, there we go, loads up the page and it's got all the same styles. I see I'm capitalising second letters of things generally. Right, that's it. Have a go creating a new page, linking your pages together, see how you get on. You're starting to create a full website. Okay, good luck. Bye.